All right, well, it's an exciting day here at the Chameleon Academy headquarters. Today, I am going to be going to Home Depot and grabbing a bunch of lumber because I'm going to be creating the new and improved planter box cage design. You know, that thing that I push around outside with a cage on for outdoor keeping. Well, I just got done recording the first episodes of the DIY Chameleon Guys video podcast, which you're going to be seeing very soon with James Cross. And we went over this design and he optimized it a little bit. And so I am going to go out, I'm going to go get the lumber, I'm going to build one so we can evaluate it for another episode. And because you're here on my vlog, you get to see an inside story as to what's going on and what's coming up. So the only thing I want to say this morning is please, everybody in the world, don't put liquid egg whites where the coffee creamer usually is, because there can be disastrous and soul-crushing consequences to this. And before we go to Home Depot on our shopping trip, it's important that we are properly fueled up. We are having a big discussion over this olive oil coffee drink. This is pretty intense. Hey, over there. Would you get to fuel your Home Depot run?
Oh, I got a black cold brew because I'm straight up. Just kidding.
Me? I got a pistachio cream corn, pistachio cold.
Whatever. Pistachio cream cold brew.
Something.
A floofy drink.
Because I got floofy drinks.
He gets floofy drinks. And in case I can't find anything I like, I have my yarn. I crochet.
That's right. That's right. And she still sips of mine.
I know I did.
All right. You know how I know that I am loved? Where are we?
You're in the garden section at Home Depot.
Where did we park?
In front of the garden. No, we parked at the exit and we walked to the garden section.
We parked at the whole other side of Home Depot by the lumber, because that's what we're here for.
And it's drizzling and we had to walk a while.
Yes. And you know why we did that? Why did we do that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Because
give me my lines.
I always go into Home Depot through the garden
that
section.
I do know.
That is my tradition. That is my culture.
That's right.
And she respected that culture and she said, okay, we'll go with you.
I did.
That's how I know I'm loved. Okay, pro tip. Sometimes, this one, you know what's special about this? This is a hidden one. We have all of the pothos like this, except this one is a little bit different. Why? Look at how it's all coiled up. This one is a big one that's been put in a small package. And so this is one of those little hidden finds when you know what to look for. So look at that, all coiled up in there. That's going to be a good one. Versus these over here that are the same price, but those are just now started. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love these. These aren't going to give me a whole lot of coverage, but these are the Black Pagoda lipstick plants. Ugh. I may get one just because. And this is another kind of lipstick plant. This one's a little bit, this is nice and full. It doesn't have the very interesting leaves. Lots of decisions. What the frickin' heck? You really have to have allocations here. I mean, I think that's the Amazonica. Really? I'm gonna get them all. Although I don't have this one. Yeah, okay. This is what happens when I come in through the plant section. I get majorly distracted. 10 points to anybody who knows what plant this flower goes to. The reveal, that's a Venus flytrap flower, yes. They produce seeds and you can grow Venus flytraps from seeds. Oh, it takes a long time, but you can do it. I actually used to grow carnivorous plants from seeds, and I grew Venus flytraps from seeds. They are so tiny, and my college roommate wore earrings. And so what I did is I took a thimble, filled it with the sphagnum moss, and put a seedling Venus flytrap in it. So my roommate, and then, just little fishing wire and a little hook. And so my roommate walked around all day with Venus flytrap earrings. All right, we are here in the Home Depot lumber section, taking a look at pressure treated stuff. And I've noticed that there is a disturbing number of people who have asked me, what is the Calummanati? You know what? This shirt specifically says, don't ask about the Calummanati. They do not exist, and I am not one of them. So, I mean, why are you asking me? Of course, sheesh. Well, it's supposed to be a secret society. That kind of messes things up, doesn't it?
Where are we going, Bill?
We are going to another Home Depot.
Why are we going to another Home Depot, Bill?
Because this Home Depot did not have what I needed. I needed 2x12, not 2x6.
Why don't you get 2 6s, Bill?
Because this is a passion project. We do not just substitute 2 6s for a 12.
Uh-huh.
How? Allow me to passionately point onward.
Onward we go.
So would you find Calummanati, babe?
I found some plants for my fan cages.
They're looking good.
Thanks.
I know you were all wondering, and I know you were all on the edge of your seat. But I want to let you know it's all right. I found my 2x12s. Yvette,
Yes, you did.
mission accomplished?
Mission accomplished.
That's
And I got plants for my enclosures. Yes.
That's right, your little Fant gecko enclosures.
Now we're ready to go.
All right, I'll see you at home when we actually start cutting this stuff and putting it together. All right, well, this has been quite a day. And we got home and I unloaded everything that we got and getting ready to start the project of cutting, and I'm really excited about it, and so you're going to see me working on that tomorrow. But today there were a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. First of all, if you remember this time last year, there was a lot of noise about an amendment to the Lacey Act that would do some serious damage to our ability to keep reptiles. Well, USARK came in and they really did a good job, and that was taken off the docket. So it was removed. Okay, emergency is over, but these emergencies never stop coming. Well, for all of you who bought a USARK membership back then, it's starting to come up on that year anniversary. And so it's going to be coming time to renew that subscription. I'll be renewing my subscription, and I'm encouraging you all to renew yours. Now, if you are new or don't know what's going on, USARK is an organization that defends us being able to keep reptiles. There's so much going on with legislation from the national level down to just a city level. And USARK, its only job is to keep track of all these things that are going on and mount a defense, because usually the politicians don't know anything about reptile keeping. And so this is taken advantage of by the people who want to stop us from keeping reptiles. USARK goes in, talks to the politician and says, hey, this is the truth. It's not like they say. And they have been impressively successful at holding back a lot of this legislation that would be damaging and is not useful, completely politically motivated. And so I'm encouraging all of you to join me in renewing support for USARK, because the threats never stop. And Phil Goss, thank you very much for your tireless work in helping us be able to continue to keep reptiles. Next on the list to talk about is that warning that I gave last week about the plant Tradescantia pallida. This is where we had problems with the defensive mechanisms of the plant actually killing baby panther chameleons. And so I made a video giving a warning about it. Now, one thing I made clear in the video is that this is only one species, Tradescantia pallida. This is also known as the purple sword, purple heart. It's a common landscaping plant. But the thing is that the rest of the genus Tradescantia, there's a lot of plants in that genus, have not been shown to have this same danger. There are physical differences between the plants, even though they're related. The thing is, what I've seen bouncing around the internet is now people are going around warning about any of the Tradescantia genus. And I have to say, it's important that we don't overreach our conclusions. We have evidence against one species, but there's a lot of species of Tradescantia that are used in chameleon herpetoculture. This here is Tradescantia pallida. That is the dangerous one. One that is perhaps more well-known is actually Tradescantia zebrina. These are often called wandering Jews. But here we have Fluminensis. And here's Nanook. Both zebrina and Fluminensis have been used with chameleons and chameleon babies with no ill effect. Nanook, I know, has been used with adult chameleons. No problem there. Now, you can decide on your personal level that you don't want to use anything in this same genus. And that's a personal decision. If that's what makes you feel more comfortable, then by all means, avoid using any of the Tradescantia. The problem comes when you just decide to say the Tradescantia are a problem, when we only have evidence with one of the over 70 species of Tradescantia. Now, you could argue, well, that's just being safe, right? And it is, once again, on the personal level. But the problem is when we make these logical leaps and we make the conclusion bigger than what it actually is that we halt experimentation. We have seen this so many times in the chameleon community. Yes, there is evidence that pallida is dangerous to baby chameleons. And then it opens it up for other people to take a look at the other species and say, okay, does this constitute a danger? And by that, we build our library of data. But if we take a logical leap and we say all Tradescantia are dangerous, then it stymies the people asking questions. Because, what needs to be answered? They're all dangerous. So this is the difference. If you decide that being in the same genus is too risky for you, then fine, don't use it. But be careful not to generalize the findings that we've reported. According to what we know, at least at this point in time, Tradescantia zebrina, Tradescantia fluminensis, Tradescantia nanook, these are safe. And if we at any point get information that says otherwise, you know I'm going to be here and share it with you. And this is the wonderful thing about having a lot of people in the community looking at things. We can crowdsource this kind of information. It is rare to get funding to do a scientific study with anything having to do with chameleons. There just isn't a whole lot of demand for that. And so, let's do it. And next on the list is a very fun story of the Calummanati. So this has been a fun thing that's been happening in the chats, and so I made a design. Now, you remember the events of last week where I got this mysterious package from the Calummanati with a wax-sealed envelope and a t-shirt inside with this mysterious symbol. Yes, that was a special thing pulled off by Eliza Ann and Mikey. Thank you very much for that very cool surprise. And coincidentally, I had been working on this design in parallel with that, and it was only when I happened to coincidentally share with Eliza Ann the design before I actually went to print, and she said, "Stop." I said, "I'm sorry, do what?" She said, "Stop, hold off." And me being the kind of guy who just doesn't need to know all the answers in the world, just said, okay. And I just trusted that I should stop. And so, yes, it was a surprise when I received a package on that Monday, and I received it late in the afternoon and put aside my idea for the next morning vlog. And then I had to do a special vlog that you saw last week. Stayed up till 2:30 in the morning getting it done, but I had to do it because this was just so cool. And so, but at that point, I saw what was going on, and I asked Eliza Ann and Mikey if it was all right if I used their Calummanati symbol in this new design. And they said yes, and I'll bring this up in a better way that you can see it. And so you know that that special Calummanati symbol is hidden in this design. If you'd like to get t-shirts, mugs, you know what? Everybody remember I broke my mug? Well, I now have a new Calummanati mug. And so you can get this on all of the standard stuff. I've got it on a hoodie, sweatshirt, t-shirt, and a mug. Woohoo! So You can find a link to the store on the website, chameleonacademy.com, or just go into the comments of the YouTube video here, and I'll have a link there. All right, all, it's coming to the end of this wonderful day, but of course we are not going to end the day before we get a checkup with Spearmint and Wintergreen. Now it is late in the evening, so the lights are off, but they just went off, so Spearmint and Wintergreen are still awake. And so you know what? I am going to see if they want their silkworm today. All right, Spearmint. I know it's late, but you want to go for a doubleheader? Oh, good job. Got both of them. You're so talented. And of course, everybody gets treated equally. Put them together so you can get both of them if you're tricky. You just don't like the camera, do you? So I'll just take the camera away. If I take the camera way back here. There we go. Oh, got both of them. Yeah. All right. Good night, Shamrocks. You know what? That's got to be my favorite way to end a day. Now, I do want to remind you about the BioDude coupon code that's available to you, Chameleon10. Get you 10% off at the BioDude. So if you want to get those UVB lights, bioactive soil, Mist Kings, you can get them from the BioDude and use the coupon code Chameleon10 and you get 10% off. I get credit for that sale and that supports the show. And I appreciate all of you who have been using that code. It really does make a difference. And with that, I want to say thank you very much for joining us here. Please do a like on the video that lets YouTube know that this is a fun place to be. Tomorrow, I'm going to start cutting wood for the planter box cage. And I'm going to be prepping my arboreal L enclosure from Custom Reptile Habitats to build my Shamrock Chameleon dream home. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.